So Winnipeg wants the ball to start. And they will get it to Jose Maltos Diaz with the kickoff underway on a Thursday night in Montreal. It is the ex-Stampeder Peyton Logan on his first return as a Blue Bomber, and he gets it out about to the 38-yard line for Zach Collaros to come on. Got the victory last week against Ottawa, still 3-4 as a starter this year.
Clean that up. Doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for Montreal, they got to protect the ball.
His running back, Brady Oliveira, fakes to him. Collaros looking to his right, and he throws it in first down to Jareth Stearns. A nice addition to the receiving core of the Bombers, the former Rough Rider with the catch. Came in with 413 yards rushing in 7 games, picked up 4 there, 2nd and 6. Collaros steps up, and he dumps it off, intended for Carrick Wheatfall, still shy of the first down, but it falls incomplete. Who's also in at running back with Stevie Scott tonight, so he's been busy the last few weeks. Number 30, Montreal standing back for it. The punt by the Aussie Sheehan, and Tice taking it there, rated as 10. Finds a little seam and pushes it up to about the 24.
Of the last 12 weeks.
And he's handing off to Travis Tice on that first down play, and he gets pushed back after picking up a couple of yards. Devin Adams in on the tackle along with Kyrie Wilson.
Tyler Sneed, you see Anthony Calvillo there, offensive coordinator, helping design a game plan for the young quarterback.
Tice gained 6, furthest advancement, 2nd and 4, and Morgan throws intended for Tice out of his hands and nearly into the hands of Kyrie Wilson. They're appearing on defense for the punt return from Joseph Zima, leading the way in net punting average in the Canadian Football League. And coming in on that shorter punt, Alouettes trying to avoid the no yards as it hops at the 46, a 34-yard punt, that's all.
Continue to work on offensively, get more explosive pass plays.
Here we are, 2nd possession, 1st and 10. Collaros back with time, off to the left. That is caught by Montreal native Kevin Sklercius. A trip back home, played his high school football here.
Gives an opportunity to get a first down on first down, throwing the underneath to Sklercius.
Sklercius gets it over midfield. There in the Montreal zone, Collaros flushed out left, completes another one. Down on the sideline and more after the catch. Inside the 30, that's Carrick Wheatfall, gets it down close to the Alouette 25.
But he's going to find downfield throws when he buys more time.
Gets it down to the 27 after a gain of 25. Play action pass. Collaros steps up again. He wants to run. He does. Inside the 20. Jeffrey Cantaracu making sure he heads down, but that's a good pickup. 10 yards for Zach Collaros, using his legs to move the football. To week 12, the opening game on a Thursday night in Montreal. Faking to Oliveira again, and then throwing it off to the right, completes it to Stearns, his 2nd catch of this young game. Gets it down to the 10, a gain of 7. Back in that Alouette lineup. Here we go, 2nd and 3 now. And the little toss to Dembski. The sweep, the first down too. He gets enough. Had to get down to about the 7, and he gets that and a little bit more for Nick Dembski. Here we go, 1st and goal. Bombers dumping it off, and Collaros was facing pressure. The nearest receiver was Wheatfall, right in the middle around the line of scrimmage. So that play got all messed up and goes down incomplete. 2nd and goal now from the Alouette 6. 2nd and goal. Collaros steps up. Will he take off again inside the 5 and tackled there in space? Jeffrey Cantaracu. Collaros tried it and ran out of room. Little chip shot for Sergio Castillo compared to what we're used to with him. Those long kicks. This is a short one here. About the 13. Pops it through. Another one for Castillo's. Only 3 misses on the year. That's 25 of 28.
To force our 4th quarterback for the Montreal Alouettes.
So here's James Morgan and a deep shot to open up the 2nd possession. It's caught. Going down to Alexander Hollins. New to the Alouettes with the BC Lions a year ago. Hollins with the first big play.
Throw it to one guy. It's either a big completion or an incomplete.
45-yard gain. They go to the ground. Travis Tice right side. Pushing along with the leading tackler of the Bombers, Tony Jones, on him. But another good pickup on the ground. Inside the 20, the Alouettes, and Morgan handing out to Tice. First down and more. Breaking tackles and spinning down inside the 10, down to around the 7. At safety is Cam Allen, number 0. Here's the running play again by Tice. Breaks a tackle. Kyrie Wilson thought he had him behind the line, but he manages to push it closer to the 5 in that 1st and goal play. 2nd and goal coming up here for the Alouettes. Great reference from the past. Roger Craig, star with the 49ers back in the 80s. Here's Morgan. Second and goal. No, looking for Hollins again, who wants a call. Doesn't get the flag. It's incomplete. No challenge issued there by Jason Moss on that coverage. Hollins, so it's Jose Maltos Diaz. Their short kick coming up here, puts it through, evens the score. Maltos Diaz, in his third game with the Alouettes, was on the practice roster, activated into that secondary, and quickly that toss to Logan. Using him on offense too. He takes a hit initially from Isaac Adiemi-Berglund. He spins, picks up a couple more yards, and a second down coming up after a 3-yard gain. In that very competitive West Division, 4-man rush. Collaros runs out of time, barely gets it away to Oliveira, who makes something happen with it. First down and more. Up to the Winnipeg 50. Just before Collaros was hit from behind, he managed to shovel that one into the hands of Oliveira.
Different angles, different arm angles to his receivers.
From the Winnipeg 50, throwing again over the middle. That is caught. Across midfield, Carrick Wheatfall has the catch. Running this time, Oliveira finds room and more. There goes Brady Oliveira down to the 25. And his biggest running play gets it down and a first down. 2 carries, 32 yards. Oliveira sneaks out of the backfield. Collaros goes to the right and slides. Not much doing, down to about the 22. The last time out, they got it all the way down inside the Montreal 5 before they settled for a field goal. On the move again on a second down. That's to Oliveira. And the run after that catch, and a flag comes out as well. Tyrell Richards, Tyrese Beverette involved. But the penalty gets them down to the 2 and a first and goal. Winnipeg faking to Oliveira. To the right, touchdown, Nick Dembski. He leads Winnipeg in touchdowns this season. That is his 6th. And another catch for Nick Dembski, who's now done it in 81 straight games. Put 6 on the board for the Bombers.
Flip it out to Dembski.
One of the veterans now of that Blue Bomber offense, and what a story Nick Dembski has been, is one of the kick returners along with Travis Tice. As Winnipeg's up a touchdown, Castillo with the kickoff. Still in the first quarter, Tice to take it at the 22. Works his way up around the 41 before he is tackled. That was the final play of the first quarter. I remember a time when it was just strictly under the eyes, just because of glare. Now look what it's turned into. So it's Stevie Scott, the running back for the Alouettes, now in a 10-3 hole to start the second quarter.
Just going to walk up, put James. You got a big quarterback. You got a 240-pound guy, 6'4". Give him the opportunity to just fall forward and get the first down with a tempo play. I know they're going to put him in good situations.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 51. The toss back, and he's throwing. It's Tyler Sneed, a deep ball for Hollins, who's got it. Another long reception for Alexander Hollins. This time, courtesy Tyler Sneed, as the Alouettes offense opens up the bag of tricks.
Getting like a quarterback, he ran the ball as long as he could, then pulled it the last second.
Stevie Scott breaks free to the right, takes a hit, but he manages to lunge forward. Hit there by Vavel as Scott has another carry.
Putting your quarterback in tough situations.
To Morgan again, short yardage. Morgan stays in, tries to pull his way forward. They didn't get it. They try again. Morgan will get it this time, pushes through. And we got a first down and goal coming up here for the Alouettes. Tyler Sneed sets them up here, just inside the 5. First down, taking the handoff, end zone, touchdown! What a drive for Tyler Sneed! Throws a long pass, and then he catches one for another touchdown.
Nice throw by James Morgan.
That's the 3rd touchdown catch of the season for their leading receiver, Tyler Sneed. With this point after try by Jose Maltos Diaz, makes it a tie game again, capping off a 7-play. He and Dembski connecting again. Brady Oliveira's got the ball. Tyrese Beverette jumps on his back and hauls him down around the 34. 5 more yards, though, for Brady Oliveira. And later, work with Danny Machocha with the Montreal Caravan. Little shovel pass inside to Oliveira. Goes to work again after that. The yardage after that catch, and works his way up for a first down, 8 more yards. 6 touches, 62 yards for Brady Oliveira. Now it's Jared Stearns in his hands on the sideline, working his way up, and a flag does come out as Stearns gets it up to around the 48. 32 and a 1st and 20 now after that holding penalty. And Collaros to throw on this first down and long. Pressure, and he dishes it off to Oliveira again to get out of that pressure, who gets it up to about the 43.
This defense to show multiple looks is what makes it hard to play against.
Second down and long. Collaros gets flushed out by a blitzing Tyrese Beveretti. Gets rid of it, and it is caught too. Nip Dembski has it. Another catch for Dembski. Already extended his consecutive streak with a touchdown catch.
The legs is Zach Collaros.
Here come the Bombers now. The Montreal 48. Collaros pressure coming again to Dembski again. He gets tackled shy of the 40.
Going tempo here on 2nd and short. Second time on trying to get a quick run.
And they go backwards though, Lapo, after the fake to Oliveira. Collaros kept the ball. Isaac Adiemi Berglund and Najee Murray were in there as Noel Thorpe was bringing the heat again, and that was on a 2nd and 2 play. Punting situation. Jamison Shin inside his 50 now. The Bombers drive stalls the Alouettes to get the ball back deep in their zone as Tice watches it, and it sails out of bounds.
Should be one of your smartest, fastest guys.
James Morgan's chucking it deep, and he wants Rambo or Sneed in the area. It's intercepted. Winnipeg just waiting for it there. Closest receiver was Tyler Sneed. The Winnipeg ball. Dembski with it, but running around and behind it ended up being pushed back. Nothing happens on that. And it really helped his career take off. Buck Pierce followed you, and now Jason Hogan is the offensive coordinator, so he's out. And that is caught to first down. Collaros hits Carrick Wheatfall. And their biggest offensive play down to the 20 of the Alouettes. Great completion for Zach Collaros, who's 15 of 17 for 159. 1st and 10. Bombers back to Oliveira. And pushes his way through for a couple of yards. 2nd and 8. Caught by Clercia, shy of the first down, and then pushed back to once again give Winnipeg the lead. A few lead changes in this one, or at least with Montreal coming back to tie it. They break the great graphics out back for Kate and the panel in the studio. Coming up, James Morgan has a touchdown pass in this game. Was picked off the last time the Alouettes had the ball. He hands off there, but out of the lineup tonight, one of several injured Alouettes. 2nd and 9, and off to the right, it's Charleston Rambo. Just beyond the 40, Michael Griffin is right on him. Not enough for a first down. They did lose Nick Dembski. We haven't heard for how long. He headed to the dressing room. But still, Winnipeg's offense has had some things going on tonight. There's Trey Babel on the punt return. And nice special teams tackle there by Tyrell Richards. And 16 of 18. Late first half on the ground. And Oliveira pushing his way up closer to the 35 of offense for Brady Oliveira in this first half. And he's adding to it now. On the ground, head down, and running hard as Oliveira does for another Winnipeg first down. Still 1:17 on the clock and another 11-yard pickup. Here at Molson Stadium. Till halftime. Collaros to throw. That is caught. And up across their 50. Rookie Joey Corcoran is in at slot back in place of the injured Nick Dembski. Is there on the right of Collaros, who's looking off to the left. Takes off, flags out, down at midfield, and gets an escort out by Jeffrey Cantar-Arcou in first down yardage, but could this flag be going against Winnipeg? Collaros underneath Oliveira. First down, and puts his head down to get it inside the Montreal 50. So from the 49, Montreal. Oh, in and out of the hands, turning around there. Castillo is ready. 2nd and 10. Collaros throwing. Oh, it is caught by Stearns. Beverett had a chance at it. What tremendous concentration by Stearns, who really got hit but hung on to the football. And he is down after a gain of 23 yards. Looking to make it a 6-point ball game to head into halftime. Out, down, and kicked. And perfect for Castillo. Those points on the board, not 13-13. It is 16-10 Winnipeg. There we go. A 6-point lead for O'Shea's Blue Bombers. Tyler Sneed had that chance, by the way, in college at East Carolina. He was 4 for 6 throwing passes, 137 and 3 touchdowns, no picks. So not the first time. Threw that deep ball to Hollins in the first half. Second half begins. It is Travis Tice, Alouette football. Oh, a little somersault after he is tripped up. Standing beside Jason Moss. So throwing. And on that hitch, it is Cole Speaker. He has a catch. He gets it up to the Alouette 32. Speaker getting involved now, and a second down coming up. Starting the second half here in Montreal. 16-10, Bombers lead. On the ground, it's Tice. Needs 2 yards for the first down, and he gets awfully close to that. Dylan Wynn coming in there with Jesse Gibbon. It's Morgan on short yardage. And he does advance. Reddick Cramby trying to haul him back, but if they go by furthest advancement had to get to the 34, that should be enough for a first down. Ended up 20 of 33 for 211 yards, a touchdown and a pick. And throwing here, open receiver too, it's Alexander Hollins. This is his 4th game as a member of the Alouettes and easily his best. Had a 45-yard reception.
So, you know, it's hard to make these throws when you hardly ever get opportunities to throw the football. You only simulate the passes over the course of practice. So, for young quarterbacks to execute high-level plays, that's what they need to do.
Here's Morgan now, and throwing and completing it to Tice. He breaks free. What a great second effort by Travis Tice to pick up the Alouettes' first down. Bottom line, at the 45, it is a first down for the Alouettes now. Morgan quickly and knocked down. Gee, I wonder who that was. When you got number 5 in the vicinity, how many times has Willie Jefferson done that? Another knockdown for the great Willie Jefferson. Morgan has time. Looking to the left and going down and catching it right at the 30. That is Hollins again. Having himself a night. Another first down here for the Alouettes. 15 more yards for number 50. 125 yards receiving. No other receivers in double digits for the Alouettes. And he couldn't catch that one, though. 10th play of the drive. Alouettes have something going now. Down to the 30 of Winnipeg. Early here in this second half. Morgan took his time. It was in behind Tice, though. Perfect again. 2 for 2. The Alouettes with 3 more on the board. Bomber football still with a 3-point lead. Will toss inside there to Peyton Logan. Will be using him more in his debut with Winnipeg. Then coming over to Winnipeg in free agency. So up at the 45, Collaros. Second down, flag out. Under pressure, and down he goes. He is wrapped up by the CFL's sacks leader, Isaac Adeyemi Berglund. Jamison Sheehan, that is 25. Travis Tice back for the return. Last possession, the Alouettes cut into the lead with a field goal, and they're getting the ball back. Tice now, and he is tackled there by Michael Ayers.
You know, Winnipeg's on the road. Not an easy place to win in Montreal.
And he's throwing here on first down and completing it as well. Tyler Sneed. Another good night continues. Stevie Scott is a running back for the Alouettes. Morgan just throws it away. He faked to Scott. He went back, and Bombers had a man in his face and just chose to get rid of it. And has looked better here in the second half. A little more comfortable his first CFL start. Up to the right, and it is caught, but out of bounds, and it is waved off. Charleston Rambo, no catch. Caught the football, but the feet were out when he landed.
Rambo trying his best to keep this inbounds. Just out, just a little bit outside on the sideline. Okay, he makes the catch, but his left foot is...
Joseph Zima to punt it away from Montreal. Good booming punt. Chasing Gobble back inside his 10. Coverage there by Richards. Got a hand on him. Then he gets some help. Tyrese Beverett too. 54-yard punt. Excellent coverage down the field by Richards. First down here, Winnipeg. Brady Oliveira, left side, running well. That much more important with Nick Dembski and Jarrett Stearns injured and out of this ball game. Another good pickup by number 20. Trying to get the offense going the way they had done so well in the first half, despite the changes in the receiving corps. Back in the ground, Oliveira just finds a way, weaves his way along after things were stuffed up. The backup quarterback, Chris Strebler, is in this game. You see 17 going out to the left for Collaros here on a 1st and 20 now. And it is caught by Strebler, but the whistle blows. A flag had come out in the Bomber backfield. He stays in the slot. Mentioned no Nick Densky, no Gareth Stearns. Claros dumping it off for Oliveira. One hand brings it down. That was a high pass, but good work by Oliveira to pick it up and get some of that penalty yardage back. There we go, second down. And short underneath again. Oliveira, let him do the rest. Puts his head down, gets it up across the 35. And just a field goal difference between these two teams in their first meeting of the season. Tice on the move to the right, picks it up, and gets up around the 40. Late flag coming out on that return by Travis Tice.
Has helped his game.
2nd and 7 now after the 3-yard gain by Tice. Morgan is throwing, and it's complete too. Favorite target. That's Sneed. Sneed has their touchdown. Mentioned Holland's number 15 has 125 yards receiving. Here's play action pass coming up here for Morgan. Another shot over the middle intended there for Cole Speaker, who was hit right away. Part of that Bomber secondary that they've had some key injuries there too. They've had to make some changes. Here's Morgan again. Going to the right this time. And on that out, the closest receiver is Hollins, and it falls incomplete. It's 3rd down coming up. Calgary as he comes in, he takes it, and he's immediately pushed back. Greeted there by another one of the special teams tackles leaders, and the veteran Alexander Gagne.
I guess he was a linebacker right back in the day.
He was. Late 3rd quarter, another good run by Brady Oliveira, getting it up to the 45. A gain of 16 for Oliveira, has really been running hard tonight. Winnipeg starts the 4th with a 3-point lead. Here's Oliveira again, finding some room and chugging along up near midfield. 9 more yards. What a night on the ground that Brady Oliveira. Big back-to-back games of the Bombers and the Riders next couple of weeks. That one's complete to Dylan Mitchell. Tackled there. Finally playing for the Bombers in his first touch of the night. Just a 3-man rush. Setting up a screen to Oliveira. Tries to turn it up and coming back and pushing him and knocking him down, although forward was Sean Lemon.
The versatility's excellent for Chris Strebler. You see Terry Wilson here.
Interesting use of the quarterbacks by the offensive coordinator, Jason Hogan. Left side and more. Wilson. Well, he fools the Alouettes. Instead of firing it straight up, he goes way left. And Tyrese Beverett ends up chasing him down, but 16 yards in that short yardage play for Terry Wilson. Zach Collaros, 24 of 27 on the night. Taking the handoff, pressure coming. Wesley Sutton nearly got to him as Collaros ends up throwing it away. Closest receiver was Kevin Clercia, the backup quarterback, used as a receiver at this point with the injuries they have. 2nd down quickly. Caught, and it's Mitchell. Has the catch and has the 1st down too. Oliveira inside the 5, down to the 2. Brady Oliveira. And here we go, a 2nd and goal. They're down close, down at the Alouette 3. Up by 3. Oliveira again, takes a hit, keeps his feet, drives into the end zone for the Winnipeg touchdown. Great 2nd effort for a running back that would not be denied. Brady Oliveira, touchdown Bombers, 2-score game. Back-to-back games with a touchdown and a big one here with the point after from Castillo to make it Winnipeg 23, Montreal 13.
By the Winnipeg offense.
It's like Alexander saying, this is what quarterbacks are expected to do now. Multi-purpose for Chris Strebler. And Travis Tice nowhere to run that time, right at the 25. Also threw one to Hollins. A touchdown drive and bouncing off his Sneed. Bounced off the would-be defender there, and he picks up another couple of yards. James Morgan with time. Throws it, completes it to Charleston Rambo. And after the catch, Rambo works it up close to the Alouette 50 and a 1st down Montreal. To McLeod Bethel-Thompson, and then just last week to Caleb Evans, who was getting his first start. Morgan came on. Morgan gets his first start. He completes that one to Cole Speaker near midfield. Not enough for a 1st down. because they only need 4 yards. But no, they snap the ball. Throwing, it's knocked away at the line of scrimmage. And the Alouettes have turned over the ball for the second time in this game. A turnover on downs. Willie Jefferson getting in the Alouettes business. Started with Edmonton, won a Grey Cup 10 years ago with Edmonton. Moved to Saskatchewan and had some great years flourishing with Winnipeg. And speaking of flourishing, on the night, already over 100 on the ground is Brady Oliveira.
Would load rosters with receivers at quarterback spots.
Second down play caught by Clercius. Big Kevin's Clercius. It's Wilson handling the short yardage. He had a big game before and another nice one as he goes right side and knifes his way down to the 40.
They're going to snap it at 2 to 3 seconds, try to take as much time off the clock.
That they do, handing it off to number 20 again. Oliveira's busy night continues as he gets it down to the 35.
So we've got to make sure we play our game.
Solaris handing off to Oliveira, who's easily having his best game rushing of the season. Last week from 57 out. Made up for that with the winning field goal. He's had one from 63. He's hit him from 60. 41 away to make it a 13-point game. Sergio Castillo does just that.
He did throw some pregame, and speaking to Alexander, he says at this point, expect to return in September. Rob?
And Matthew, you can just tell that youthful energy. He just can't wait to get back into the game. 8-0 as a starter, by the way. Tying that record of Danny McManus for best starts.
And put themselves in a position where they're teachers of each other.
Morgan to the right, underneath, and Sneed with it, and trying to fight his way up.
Those are some of the best meetings that I miss in the Canadian Football League working with quarterbacks.
It's a nice catch by Travis Tice, Lapo, as he got a little turned around, reaches back.
To be able to have a great unit in the quarterback.
3rd and 1, out of shotgun, handing off to Tice, who spins. He ran into Willie Jefferson initially, but as we see so often with Tice, a lot of second effort.
75 out of 82 players in their building have played this season. So they've had injuries. They expect everybody to perform at the highest level.
It said that too about Morgan. I was asking him about that, both of them.
We asked them, what are your calls? But you still did it with your backups and your 4th-string guys.
Completes that pass for a first down to Tyler Sneed. So that's enough for a first down for Sneed. Morgan again, quickly, high for Rambo. And cutting underneath him was Vavel. Positive attitude and staying engaged, even though he was 4th on the depth. And here he is getting a start tonight. Throwing again to the right, that's to Rambo. Takes a step back and then tries to get what he can. And a shot there for Dexter Lawson. At the end, Evan Holm in there for the Bombers as well. They are shy of a first down. Well, it's 3rd down now. Time's running out on the Alouettes. Willie Jefferson coming in. He gets rid of that. Speaker has it. Needs to get that first down. A 3rd down play, lunging right around the 37. Able to get it done. They keep going. Here's a deep shot. Morgan, end zone for Rambo, but it's short. And it's intercepted. Morgan is picked off again. It's Vavel who gets it and lands in the Winnipeg end zone, and that should just about do it. Turnovers, part of the story to be sure. 2 interceptions, 1 turnover on downs. But that's it, Winnipeg football. Very little time left, leading by 13. Bear in mind for Winnipeg, it was a worse start a year ago. Look at Oliveira continuing to run. Just barely a minute to go, and he racks up another 10 yards. Winnipeg got hot a year ago after a sluggish start. Brady Oliveira was a big part of that. And that carry puts Brady Oliveira over 200 total yards offense on the night as he gets 13 more. What a night.
120 rushing on the evening. Like I said, against the 2nd best defense in the Canadian Football League against a run. They're only giving up 80 yards.
Responding well in this game tonight on the road in the East. Oliveira, 24 touches, 206 total yards, and that 1 touchdown. 2nd straight week he's had one. What a night for him. Far and away his best in 2025. For the reigning most outstanding player in the CFL. Why not? Gets it again, crossing midfield. Just a half a minute to go as the Alouettes are about to fall below 500 and suffer their 4th straight loss. Zach Collaros, great night for him. 27 of 31. You saw the East standings in the West with Winnipeg winning, going to 6-4. Tied in points, playing 1 more game than Calgary, a team that swept the season series, by the way, against them. So Stampeders in second and trying to get closer to Saskatchewan on top. And that crossover right now with the BC Lions, and they play the Argos in Toronto on Saturday, that's still in play, the way things are going now, with only one team above 500 in the East Division, that being the idle Hamilton Tiger Cats. First meeting of the season between the Bombers and the Alouettes ends up being decisive. First start for James Morgan. Had a couple of plays to remember, but overall, it was a 13-point defeat.
Bombers didn't turn the ball over, got a couple of takeaways. Zach completed 88% of his passes, 263 yards, 0 interceptions, and Brady Oliveira, 16 carries, 137 yards.